Greetings, JP.WATKINS. This is Personal Gov, and I'm trying something new, rolling out my top 2 topics so I can keep this reasonably short. Roughly around 5 minutes is my goal. So, talking about you being on the front line rather than on the sideline. And so the 2 things that we're going to focus on today is A, information. It's a warfare going on here. Ideals are warfare, where people feel like you got to do this, you feel like you do that. The reason I'm unsuccessful is because of blase blase, because of, no system in place, no social services, no, or discrimination or ageism, racism. It's ideals, right? And I'm not dismissing none of these ideals. So, but I know to change your life, you got to have the proper information. So, for instance, if you want to become an electrician, okay, where do you start? Where do you begin? How do you just go to school, get a degree to be an electrician? No, it depends. If you get the right information, you'll find out, okay, I can do this, I can become a journeyman, and I can get paid and be getting experience. But you got to get the right information so that you can empower yourself. So a lot of times, if we got bad information, what does it do? If somebody say, oh yeah, you can go down to such and such and sign up, and you can go to school for free, then you go down there and you sign up. You can go to school, but you can't go for free. Well, that's bad information. Now you done wasted time. So one of the key things that you got to find out is, where am I going to get this information? Where am I going to find? So if you're a researcher, if you're somebody like to read, like myself, dig into things, find, reliable sources, find the county websites, state websites, depending on what you're looking for. If it's somebody that's a YouTuber or a podcast, because you got people that you can trust, and they're going to give you reliable information. So that's the first thing. Find out where you can get some reliable information that can help you in your life, help you achieve whatever you're trying to do. Second piece of that is implementation. A lot of times people will basically become content sluts. They'll mess around with all this content. I'm guilty of that myself. Just learning, the love of learning. But you can get to where you got all this knowledge. But knowledge essentially is information. It doesn't become wisdom until you take it to the phase of application. So what does application look like? Well, once you get that information, you got to go into the mode of implementation. You have to become an implementation expert. So once you find out, hey, this is what I do, this is what I need to do, I want to go back to school to be an RN. Okay, I got to do this. I got to take this entry test. I take this, then I got to do this. And then you start implementing the information, the accurate information. And sometimes you're going to get some misinformation. That's going to happen. But once you start implementing the information, that's when your life is going to start getting to a point of transformation. So that's the top 2 things that I want you to think about today. What information do you need that's going to help you get over your hurdle? Once you get that information, what's the first step you're going to take to implement that new information? So these are the top 2 things I want you to walk away with today. Get good information that's going to change your life, that's going to empower you, and implement it, because that's how you're going to actually lead to the transformation. That's what's going to actually take you to the next level. So that's my spiel for the day. In the meantime, persist, believe, and achieve. Take care.